My name is Walter. I race for Axon endurance team, and sim racing is my addiction. I started playing with Hot Wheels and stuff as a child. Collected Hot Wheels, diecast cars, and Gran Turismo. Actually, my first game was a Need for Speed. Yeah, that's how I got into, eventually now, iRacing. My car collection involves a lot of Hot Wheels.
No, I think there's something else as well.
A Pontiac Sunfire? No. My first car was a Nissan 240SX. And then eventually I got a Skyline R32. Had that, actually just sold it last 2 months ago. And then I have a GTR right now. Yeah, but that's about it.
Which GTR is it?
It's R32. This is my, I think, 4th or 5th GTR. I actually have no racing background other than maybe Gran Turismo. I tried qualifying for a national event once, but almost made it, but never made it. Other than that, Axon gave me an opportunity last year to join Lucky Dog League. Unfortunately, the car had to retire because of some technical issues, and I did 3 laps on my racing career. Qualified 3rd though for my debut, so was quite happy and surprised.
Is it 3rd out of entire event?
Yeah, so 3rd out of the whole grid. Other than that, last year as well, I got my racing license finally. So yeah, hope to improve it this year. Well, cars was always like a child thing, but racing didn't really start until Axon. Casually, when we were kids, we would time attack challenge each other. And then we can't leave the seat until we beat the last guy. So that's, I guess that's where the racing spirit came about.
You mean time attack means arcade time attack, or?
No, in like a Gran Turismo time attack mode, and we would just swap seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the most difficult thing prevent you from doing actual racing?
Time and money.
Time and money?
Definitely something I would love to do, but it's realistically not possible.
Okay.
Sim racing, in terms of translating into real driving, for me, probably learning driving lines and, where to start turning your car, how fast to start turning in, and the awareness of the front tire grip was the main things that I took out of sim racing.
Okay.
Sim racing, again, racing lines, and most importantly, steering input. So actually, when I started iRacing with Axon Endurance, I would burn through a set of tires in one stint, where the other guys have like 90% left. And then eventually I got better, and now we're about the same. So a lot of attention paid to how I steer the car, how fast I steer the car, making sure it doesn't overheat, and all that fun stuff. So sim racing kind of refined my driving skills, especially over the years. Actually, shout out to Pod 5 right behind me. It's a high mileage, very reliable pod. But no, thanks to Pod 5, I really got better at doing turning, braking, and all that to improve my skills. I think I started in 2018, and back then, well, we still have it. Back then, there were monthly challenges where if you were the top, you get a free membership every month. So I think when I actually tried, I'm undefeated in GT3. I made it that way, I guess. But yeah, I spent 600 laps at Mugello on GT3 to beat Michael. That's how I started, and then yeah, eventually COVID started, got my iRacing account. I think average every year is 10,000 laps or something like that on iRacing.
And then you get invited to Axon Endurance team.
Oh yes. So yeah, during that time I got invited. Well, technically I asked. I asked to join the team. My first endurance race was on Sebring in the Corvette DP. What a piece of that was one of my worst experience in iRacing.
You can probably key whatever. That's my worst experience.
But no, after that the LMP2 came out and I actually thoroughly enjoyed that car because I would beat Alex sometimes.
Okay. Racing.
The most valuable aspect of sim racing, I would say seat time, where otherwise, even if you had money, you wouldn't have time and, you wouldn't want to burn through sets of tires and brakes just to get all that seat time. So I think seat time, biggest value, and the ability to practice on tracks you're about to go to is also very valuable. And, you can do it in whatever car you want to almost, depending on what platform you're on. Well, a dream race series that I would love to get into, of course, would be like Formula One. But realistically, well, not even realistic, but anyway, a more realistic one would be something like at Macau. And Spa is one of my favorite tracks too, but anything on those tracks, again, GT3 maybe, would be one of my preferred cars. Favorite driver, Fernando Alonso. Back in the day, Michael Schumacher. And also I want to add is, if we're talking about WRC, Tommy Mäkinen and Colin McRae. So that was what I grew up watching. Well, sim racing changed my life a lot because that's pretty much all I do now. No, yeah, I don't know.
You do anything else?
No.
Other than sim racing?
Sleep, eat. But no,
Sleep, eat, sim racing.
no, how sim racing changed my life because it does take a lot of time. It does take a lot of time out of my life. For a 20-minute race, we have to wait 2 hours, to get into another race. So.
But that's iRacing though, right?
Yeah.
That's in iRacing.
But that's the only really competitive, regular race you can go into.
Yeah.
So if one of my friends need to be convinced to do sim racing, I would say watch my stream, twitch.tv/Walter Lam. No, but no, it's Axon is a really good platform where locals can come here, have a more realistic sim experience versus your Logitech setup at home. With the D-Box, you feel a lot of how the car is moving, how the car is behaving. Even if you're not in the car, even if you're not into sim racing, even if you think it's fake, Axon rigs will actually provide you with a better experience, so you can get to know driving and maybe a car better.
How did you know Axon?
Axon was in. Well, how did I know Axon? Axon was actually introduced to me by my friend Austin 7 Sai. But yeah, thanks to him now, this is my where I spend all of my time.
Second home.
Yeah, it's only like 3 a.m. right now, and guess where I am?
At 3 in the morning.
Do I see any difference in my driving since I did sim racing?
Yeah, since you did sim racing.
Definitely yes. Actually, in real life, I drive slower now on the streets, just because now I know the dangers and the limits of a car or tires. But it definitely helped me improve in driving in all aspects. Your awareness around you and just the way you drive, the way you should brake, the way you should steer. What have I learned from my teammates? Everything. I don't know. Trying to not the car in any endurance race. But no, again, steering input was one of the main factors that slowed me down. And then throughout these years, you know, in alphabetical order, Alex, Arthur, Curtis, Dean have all helped to grow me into a better driver.